Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Moth, and we are back for our fourth video. I never know what to call these because they're like episodes, but I mean, I would say that if it's a connected theme, it's an episode. Like if it's the same game and it's a whole playthrough of the same game, I would say those are episodes. Videos are one-offs. I am in a bush. I didn't want people to look at me, although I'd love to know if people looked at me. In our last video, we joined the leather working guild. We currently don't have a mission. We will get one in 2 levels, but I want to go out and try to procure my own goop. You know, the goop. The goop that's used for creatures. Creatures have goop. Dude, I don't know. It's now 11:30 at night, and I don't even know what's going on. But what we're gonna do I feel like I got to 15 much quicker than I did with the other one. So we're going to go in here and switch the Lancer, and we're going to I'm definitely gonna switch over to those. That is fine with me. We're gonna go out and we're gonna kill up some things that give us hide. Or, I guess, animal skins. Although I don't know what exactly gives me animal skins. I'm just gonna go out and I'm gonna look and we're gonna kill a bunch of stuff. We made a friend in the last episode too at the very end. We're gonna put this ground squirrel and ladybug. Nothing. I wonder if there's a list out there somewhere that tells you what you could get from creatures. I am level 12 now though, so I could try taking on the tree sapling. Ooh. Converts portions of physical damage dealt into HP. Oh, I can actually crap. Oh man. I killed the guy. I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble for that. Oh, Ladybug wants a tango. made myself some midnight snack. It's just kind of sitting over here chilling out. I'm gonna hunt me some ants. Animal skins. Color my boots. Oh, right, I was gonna color my boots. Actions and traits. Actions. General. I don't remember what I was going to get. Endless pile of logs. Do you just sit there all day and beat up logs? That's pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Let's see. I got some more stuff. Give me a second. I'm gonna look up drop rates and stuff. Okay, so I was online for just a couple of minutes. Basically nothing to be said for anything that I read, because basically they don't care about drop rates, and it is what it is. Sometimes you get stuff and sometimes you don't, and you just kinda gotta deal with it, I guess. Like the first one I got 2 on, and then I didn't get any. Apparently I got 2, so who knows? Just experience. I'm just realizing that those little fires probably mean that they're dangerous. 3 animal skins. Variants. I will let you come to me, huh? Do you get anything from these guys? I know for the, like, the mission you do. I need to chitin, right? I know that that's not like a thing in this game, I get that, but things that I've encountered so far. It's not because it's dark. Corruption has rendered one of the forest water sprites extremely violent. I could be doing the things I can do. Apparently jumping is not one of them. Oh my god, or I can just jump really good. I'm outside my window. Great. Can't buy a chocobo yet. Can I get... How do I get rides? Who do I gotta talk to? Well met. I've been dispatched by the Adventurers Guild to recruit volunteers for special small-scale operations known as guild heists. These operations will pit those volunteers against deadly foes, and the odds won't always be in their favor. This is why we require all participants be assigned sound mind and body, something that you do not yet appear to be. Rude. What are you doing, man? Walk around beating people up. Correct me if I'm wrong, but are you not an adventurer? I've seen you running to and fro, face set in grim determination as adventurers are wont to do, hence my presumption. If so, I've information which might interest you. Rumor has it that plots within the lavender beds are to be auctioned off. What's more, bidders need not even be Gildarian. Any old adventurer or wandering minstrel could, with sufficient funds, purchase land and build their home. Considering how disconcerting the elementals tend to be about who can and cannot reside within the Tollswood, it's rather surprising, if not hard to believe. But if there is truth to these rumors, well, who hasn't dreamed of owning their own forest cottage, perhaps with a small vegetable garden and a stable large enough for a chocobo or two? You know, should your travels take you to the Mere Planks, where the ferry to the lavender beds is, perhaps you'll find a twin adder representative who can tell you more. I would be shocked if they weren't involved in such a monumental change in policy. Where is that? Where am I? There I am. Well met, traveler. Might I interest you in a chocobo porter? Don't tell me this is your first time visiting the shop. I shall update my register with your name so you may access this location in the future. Thank you, buddy. Another goddamn adventurer desperate to stick her note in everyone's business, is it? Well, maybe you shouldn't have a little thief. Then seek out the groundskeeper of Tamtara Deepcroft. You'll find him in a shack just outside the entrance. You'll find him in a shack just outside the entrance, as the hermit is all too happy to live close to his work. When last I patrolled that area, I could hear him swearing inside his shack from the road. I know not what vexes the man, but I suspect he'll become he'll welcome your presence more than I. So we'll do this one first, and then we'll go. Close her there. Hornet swarm. Don't look at me. After a bit of work, are ye? I have a task that needs doing. Take these lilies and drop them at the top of each burrow. You've doubtless seen the bones return to life by foul magics, shambling around and harassing other surviving comrades. It hurts me soul to see it, adventurer. I cannot abide such blasphemy. 'Tis me hope that these lilies soothe their spirits and help them return to the matron's bosom. See me when you're finished. Oh my god. That's pretty rude. You've done holy work today, lass. I cannot fathom what could drive the dead to rise up and seek us to do us harm, but I pray that this helps put an end to it. May the matron watch over and keep ye safe. I'll just take it. I leveled up. Level 13, baby. Let's take out a couple of these roselets. No, they're not ones that are things that will help me. Whatever. They got weird little legs. Ooh, that's a pretty build. Ooh, viscous secretions. I'll leave the slugs alone for more bird. Understanding, I guess, is a good way to put. Oh, that's a fire. That's some experience points. I'll leave the tree slugs alone. For now. I gotta go talk to some person. The lavender beds, right. Hopefully I've got enough money. Good day to you, miss. What can I... Ah, you wish to know about the auctions. Well, very well. Allow me to explain. There is a growing concern that our immigration policies may have been a tad restricted in the past. And so, the Seed Seer Council and the Order of the Twin Adder have, with the blessing of the elementals, decreed that the lavender beds be set aside for adventurers. Adventurers who pass the necessary funds to purchase and maintain their estates, that is. Should you look upon the beds with your own eyes, though, I think you'll agree that it's well worth the price. Have a word with the skipper over yonder, she'll ferry you across. A recruit stationed at the pier can tell you more about the beds once you've arrived. To proceed with the quest where the heart is, the lavender beds, you may visit any residential ward within the lavender beds. The ferry is bound for the lavender beds. Will you be traveling with us? Each of the 3 nations has established a residential district wherein like-minded adventurers can establish a base for their activities. Each residential district is divided into wards, which in turn house 60 plots of land each. Wealthy individuals may purchase plots of land upon which to build their own estate halls, whilst free companies may jointly purchase plots. Those seeking simpler quarters may instead purchase a room in an apartment building, which is found purchase a room in the apartment buildings found in each of the residential districts. Estate halls and apartments can be customized by installing fixtures and placing furnishings. Please note that in the case of estate halls, specific company privileges are required for customization. More information on housing can be had by speaking with the resident caretakers stationed at each residential district. I'm gonna go live in Ulu. I'll do that a little later. I guess. Yeah, I guess. Just take me to the first one. Now, how do I go then? Go places. Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to Lavender Beds. Oh, you found the hits of a Gudarian woman? I regret to inform you that these plots are reserved for adventurers. Your friend will not be permitted to take part in auctions. You, on the other hand, would be more than welcome to participate should you have a mind to purchase a plot for yourself. Pray speak with the resident caretaker. He can guide you through the process. Oh, and then I go back. Cool. this just where it was? Okay. We're gonna go back. Good to see you again, friend. Did you learn anything about the lavender beds? Oh, adventurers only? Is that so? Well, these are trying times, and it's more important than ever for Gridania to attract capable individuals like yourself. I'm sure that one day my dreams will come to fruition. One day, I'll have my own cottage and stables filled with my beloved chocobos. The residential Ethernet with the lavender beds can be accessed through the Gridarian Etherane. Sorry, baby. That sucks. Oh, it's a little merchant. You there, adventurer. Yes, you will suffice. I have a job I need performed, and I'm willing to pay the going rate. A trifling task, really. I simply need you to ask the locals here at Bent Branch Meadows what the head wrangler covets most in this world. This is a private matter, least you doubt, so be sure to inquire discreetly, and please, for the love of Nald, do not reveal that you are in my employ. In fact, it would be best if my name wasn't mentioned at all. What does Keitha covet most? Why would you wish to know some— Wait a minute. That merchant put you up to this, didn't he? He was wasting his time with that approach. If the man is serious about owning a chocobo, he would be better served by convincing Keitha of his intent to provide the bird with proper care and attention. Keitha? The only thing Keitha wants is for his birds to be happy. If she cares for anything besides the well-being of the chocobos, then I've not heard of it. What's that about, Miss Keitha? Does that peddler's doing that peddler's dirty work, are you? If that half-wit thinks some shiny trinket will move her heart, then he's dafter than he looks. Any fool can see Miss Keitha is only interested in her birds. Tell Kukuvachi from me that if he persists in harassing the head wrangler, the wood whalers will come remove him from the Bent Branch Meadows for disturbing the peace. Got that? How do I get Well, do you plan to keep me in suspense? I must have a chocobo for my very... What's this? They told you nothing of her material desires? Ugh, the stubbornness of the Gridanians is infuriating. And I should have known better than to hire a buffoon for such delicate work. To think of the amount of gil I have wasted on this fruitless adventure. Oh, cease your mewling. I promised you a reward, and a reward you shall have. Now leave me to my misfortune. I'll take the money, that's fine. Greetings, madame. You have a distinct air of an adventurer. Might I trouble you for some assistance? In recent days, a heartless cad has been sneaking into the ranch to scare our chocobos. The poor birds are in a state of constant unease, wondering when the next fright might come. It is my hope that extending the fence will help to keep the intruder out. To that end, could I ask you to procure some strands of diorite web? They make for surprisingly sturdy construction material. You should be able to obtain the web from the diorites themselves. There are usually a few to be found roaming the lands around the ranch. 6 strands should be sufficient. If I remember right, the diorites are basically the thingamabobs. You know. Those thingamabobs. The scorpions. Yep, back that. I don't know if it's considered rude for me to jump in on somebody else's skill like that, but... Hell yeah. Bog. Boys. see the bad guy for this. Yeah. Ah, you have returned. Tell me, were you able to procure the dynamite web I requested? Yeah, I was. There you go, baby. Yes, this will do nicely. These are perfect for binding posts together. Where I stand in Ishgard, I would never have... Were I still in Ishgard, I would never have entertained the notion of using such a bizarre material in this manner. Oh, did I not mention I was from Ishgard? Aye, well, Gridania is, in actual fact, my second home. My native land was once famous for its chocobo stables. No man in Erosia could speak of these creatures without his thoughts turning naturally to Ishgard. Sadly, however, that time has passed. I left my homeland to accept employment here at the ranch, instructing others in the methods of chocobo husbandry, yet I have found that it is often I who am the recipient of others' instructions, and on a great many matters. Truly, no one can ever know what life may hold in store. So we got his thing done. Let's... I wish to own one. Hello there, adventurer, and welcome to Bent Branch Meadows. What can I do for you? The meadows are dedicated to breeding and raising of those majestic birds we call chocobos. 'Twas built with the blessing of the elementals following the calamity. In addition to stables, we got fields for growing Gysol greens and all manner of amenities to ensure that our birds grow clever and strong. Raising fine birds and finding good homes for them, nothing gives me and my ranch hands greater joy. When do I get to own one? I feel a dire need to have a thing. Where am I gonna find these? In the Central Shroud. Am I in the Central Shroud right now? delivery, Moogle. Greetings, tall one. I have a delivery, Moogle. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Moogles are supposed to hide in trees and avoid contact with outsiders. Why ever would they agree to carry about letters? Why, indeed. If I had my way, I'd curl up under a canopy of a nice oak, dreaming about its beautiful mooglet with a rainbow-colored pom-pom. But no, the moon had to go and drop from the sky, causing all that terrible commotion. Aetherites were shattered and link pearls rendered useless. For moons, the poor, wingless people of... For moons, the poor, wingless people of Erosia had no way of communicating with each other beyond screaming at the top of their lungs, which no one really approved of. That is, until the little horned ones asked us to assist them by delivering messages. At first, we were wary of showing ourselves, worried that one of you might catch and skin us like you do every other forest furry. But once we saw how much we were appreciated, we knew we'd found our new calling. And I personally promised to try and not read any along the way. No letters. Let's go back to Britannia. Okay. We'll do up some more of these. Just to have a couple of high value ones. What's that? Tricks of the trade restore 20 CP. Ooh. Wonder why that would be a good thing. I have to make these for myself. I can also sell them. of yarn. Okay. Interesting. Experience. What do you need lumber for? Heck yeah. Okay. I don't know why I need that, but that was quick. And I can sell those. And so those in the market, I think that's my understanding of how the markets work. So I'll just keep making things, I guess. I'll just move. Just move some stuff over. Those I'm going to keep. Just because I want to see if they're better than they give one critical hit. That's pretty cool. Why not? Do you ever open? Me, why I am but a humble servant of Master Mudamix, charged with aiding those who wish to avail themselves of the power of materia, but lack the skills to do so. If you would know more, mayhaps it would be best if you sought out Swinbros at the bonfire in Central Thailand. Oh my, you're so cute. Look at your little hat. Feast your eyes upon the ebony and rosewood stalls, the two most bustling branches of Gridania's marketplace. Ah, my soul soars at the sound of clinking coins and haggling peddlers. Once more, in the dark days before the calamities, so many merchants gave up the trade that I feared my ears would never hear it like it again. I just want to buy stuff. I want to buy all the stuff. House. What are you guys doing down here? Just hanging out? With my finishing touch always but a finger breadths away from perfection. I fear my mentor has lost all patience with me. At this rate, I shall never join the ranks of the Fenial artists. Yeah, I'm starting to feel a little bit too, buddy. Don't get too down on yourself, though. If I can do it, you can do it, because I'm a dweeb. Represent the interests of the nation in educating adventurers on technologies available for strengthening the bonds between them. To that end, I'd like to introduce you to the Link Shell. The Link Shell enables you to communicate with others over any distance, as if they were before your very eyes. You may have as many as 8 Link Shells open at one given time, allowing you to communicate simultaneously with any number of people. The only time your physical presence is required is, well, never. Would you care to give it a try? I can create a personal link shell for you now if you like. The link shell feature is now available. Link shells are chat groups which allow for quick and easy communication between players. Yeah, I don't have any friends. Not real ones. Just a circle for no reason. Would check out. Okay. glory. That's easy than what I was doing. Oh. I happen to be heading across this lake to Sweetboom Pier in the East Shroud. Yeah, take me somewhere I've never been. Thank you. Honeybee swarm. I'm not gonna help that guy. Oh man, I'm in the wrong order. Put my other clothes on. I want to carry my weapon. Now I can go in there and kill some hoglins. Hoglins? Hoggy boys. I gotta kill them hogs. A tree boy, maybe. I am a little low level. These are not the right hoglins. Well, I want to adventure anyway. An adventure. Oh. I never thought I'd be so happy to see one of your lot. It's them damned imps. Damnable imps. Not only are they pinching the honey from our hives, they're also killing the precious bees in the process. Please, you must lend us your blade. think I should go back. Figure out where the hoglets spawn in the central shroud. I did not see this building here. Merchant inventor. Search items. I don't want any of that. Weapons? What do you got? A harpoon. Can't stop me none. I'd like a harpoon. I was just about to return to Old Gridania. Yeah. Bring me back. Oh. What's the possibility of something being up here? No wonder I couldn't find the thing I was looking for. What a dangerous way to build things. I didn't even know there was an up. There's so much up here. So many bad guys. My nose just... Might not be able to survive a level 29 attack. They're only 10 higher than me. Almost 20. That's not doing my math. The White Wolf Gate is to remain closed until further notice. If you wish to enter Gridania, you must do so by the way of the Blue Badger Gate to the east. What if I just jump? Rude. And literally oil hiccups. 32 toadstool. Nope, go away. Oh yeah. Yeah, that didn't last very long. Inside of that man. Oh, I was doing to that man. They're very tall. They kind of look like my brother. Weird. We got bunnies on our feet. So he's sweeping still. Rude. I don't know what else to do. When he decides to go out and kill a bunch of stuff, but I don't want to have to... Totally can't be. Moth, have you visited the Bannock on your wanderings? It's a training ground found just outside the city where the soldiers of the Order of Twin Adder are drilled in swordplay and other martial matters. I mention this because an acquaintance of mine, a gentleman named by Galfred, is an instructor there, and I think you may be of use to him. Go and introduce yourself and find out if there's anything you can do to help. Mind you, do not stray too far from the path. The 12 Woods is no place for a merry stroll through the underbrush. This is. If I push the right button. There's a button for that. I thought those were just part of the emblem that I seen them up here, and I was like, wait a second. There's a counter up here. See? I shall leave the path immediately. We talked to this guy before. Greetings, Moth Valkyrie. Morin sent word to expect you. My name is Galfred, and I'm responsible for training our Twin Adder recruits. I thank you for volunteering your assistance to 12's Wood is much changed since the calamitous arrival of the 7th Umbral Era 5 years ago. The power of the elementals wane, and the harmony of the forest gives way to chaos. A great abundance of life has been lost as the strong run rampant, sifting the weak and new sprung. Though it may not appear so to the eye of the outsider, the 12 Woods is ailing its once rich variety of fading memory. For the citizens of Gridania, the restoration of the forest is a sacred duty, and it is my hope that the adventurers such as yourself offer to aid them in their struggles. Listen to their requests and do all that you can. May the elementals bless your endeavor, Moth Valkyrie. Alright, sorry I just hit you. I see you are eager to lend a hand, Moth. That is well, but I cannot in good conscience send you into a forest until you've established that your equipment is equal to the task. It bears repeating that in the 5 years since the dawn of the 7th Umbral Era, many of the 12 Woods creatures have transformed into vicious, bloodthirsty monsters. Venturing into the forest without the proper gear is tantamount to suicide. I suggest you take some time to evaluate your equipment. Once you deem your armor is sufficient quality, present yourself to me for inspection. Year 5 or above. Ready for inspection, are we? Right then. Eyes forward, back straight. Yes, I think you pass muster. You would be surprised to know how many young, promising soldiers get themselves killed by rushing off into the woods without first donning a decent set of armor. Your equipment, however, should provide the required degree of protection. Consider yourself ready for duty, Moth. I kind of want this bow because I might go into once I meet the requirement for leather work and I can get into another I don't know. I'll just go for the money. Ah, Moth, by your tireless efforts, you've proven yourself a friend of Gridania. I believe you can be trusted with sensitive intelligence. I would assist you. I would assign you a mission of considerate import, yet the need for secrecy prevents me from disclosing its detail until you've pledged your participation. I'm authorized to tell you only that it concerns suspicious activity in the 12 Woods. Say that you will lend us your aid, and I shall proceed with the briefing. Good. Time is of the essence, so listen well. You will by now have heard of a suspicious individual that has been prowling around the 12 Woods. And you may also be aware that the FFXIV activity has risen sharply in the region of late. What you may not know is that this increase coincided almost exactly with the first recorded sighting of the aforementioned individual. Suspecting a connection, we tightened our surveillance in hopes of tracking down our unknown visitor. Alas, our quarry is proving to be exceedingly elusive, almost as if he knows our movements ahead of time. But where whole units have failed, a lone adventurer may yet succeed. Acting independently and covertly, you may be able to close in on our quarry unnoticed. Fear and anxiety are beginning to take their toll upon the citizenry, Moth. For their sake, I ask that you aid us in this investigation. You have my gratitude. With your help, I am hoping we will shed light upon this mystery. Begin your search by Life Mund Stump. It is there that the majority of the sightings took place. Be forewarned, my people cannot offer you support, lest your quarry catch scent of our presence and evade us yet again. Proceed with caution. I imagine this is that guy that was like, oh, to be a good lancer, you must do all these crazy things, and let's do this real quick. Excuse me. I'm supposed to be participating in a group training exercise for Order of the Twin Adder recruits, but my party is short a few members. And would you mind joining me? It would only be for a few moments. Investigate Life Mend Stump. What's that way? Ooh, another tree. About to enter an instanced battle. Instanced battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before answering the call of duty. We're about to enter a special instance. These areas are reserved for important battles which feature unique environment conditions or powerful boss enemies. Instance objectives can be confirmed in the duty list. Oh, that should be fine. For the duration of the battle, you will be unable to pass beyond the red line displayed on the field. You'll automatically leave the instance once all quest objectives have been met. Ooh, cutscene. I love my outfit. That's a cool sword.
Look! Someone's already here! Oh dear. Is that a sword in the stump? Bad idea. Really bad idea. It takes a lot less than that to incite the Green Wrath, you know? Why, the first time we came to the Twelves Wood, we almost ended up as a treant's dinner, just for crashing our airship in the wrong place. It was all Papolimo's fault, of course.
No, not this one.
Though
Not even
he'd
close.
sooner swallow his staff than admit that he's wrong. You know her, Kuplo Cop?
Well, not exactly, but we did once share a carriage. Isn't that right?
How are the readings?
Same as the last. There is a disturbance here as well, and newly manifested at that. Kuplo Cop seems convinced of your innocence. But if this isn't your doing, whose is it?
Ever since the calamity, the forest's been really sensitive. The slightest disruption to the etheric flow, and this sort of thing happens.
That's a lot of guys.
It seems we have little choice.
Short-tempered. Because he's small, or... picking my nose. Don't touch things that don't belong to you. Until you go to jail.
Hear, feel, think.
You can't make me. You're not my dad. My dad can't make me do anything either. I'm standing on the left like one of those cats that walks like glass table.
Crystal bearer.
But fantasy music. Crazy how that works. That looks like a mushroom.
I am Hydaelyn, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them.
Who if I want the darkness to win? Not enough games let you be a villain. That's a big crystal.
By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee.
You can't make me take them.
Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart.
Hey, it wasn't expected of me to be the guy that makes the problem, okay? The Warriors of Light. I wasn't supposed to be that.
Go now, my child, and shine thy light on
Maybe you are
all
my dad.
creation.
Who knows? Hi, baby. What are you doing? We're officially into, I mean, we've been in an area now where I've not
You
been.
fainted. A surfeit of ether, no doubt.
Nope. Stop that.
And what have we here?
Oh, I see their feathers now.
Our culprit, it would seem, an Ixal. And no ordinary Ixal either. A chieftain.
Sucks to be that guy.
That they would venture this deep into enemy territory, the beastmen may indeed be acting under orders. This is Papalimo. We found
How
the
are we
culprit.
feeling then?
It was an Ixalan
Better?
chieftain.
Good.
Yes, we'll seek Brother Esumian's cooperation in the matter. Ida? Oh, loud.
Giant
Atlas.
crystals?
Much the same as
Can't
always.
say I've seen any. Are you sure you're feeling better?
Understood. Over and out. Kuplokop, please bear word of these developments to Brother Esumiyan. We shall soon return to give a full report.
Understood. Over and out.
So
Goodbye.
stinking cute.
Here is where we part ways. Till next time, take care.
I think that sword might be a clue. You should definitely pull it out and take it back to the Bannock.
How do you know about my jump?
You don't suppose that adventurer could see Kuplokop, do you?
And this occurs to you now? Yes, it seemed that way. Time will tell.
She's a
Well,
little
time
slow.
will have to, because you won't. You never tell me what's really going on. Unless you don't know what's going on either.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
What a weird little cutscene. Oh, killing more wolf you guys. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna turn on the sword, and then see what else we can do. Oh. That house is just right there, right off the main. Well, not right off the main drag, but you know what I mean. If I run into another tree guy, I will kill him. Oh, okay. Hiya! Hiya! What's this, parade rest? Mop, it's good to see you back. One of our patrols sent word that you had been spotted during battle with enraged treants. I am relieved to find you none the worse for the experience. But tell me, what were you able to discover at Lifeman's Stump? Hi. Yeah, as Belle says. A sword in the stump and a dead Ixolol. I can say with absolute certainty that this blade is of Axili origin. It is of a kind used exclusively by the Beastman's rituals. The Exal, however you pronounce that word, I'm going to pronounce it differently every time I think about it. Really? The Ixol rarely set foot in the central shroud, so tight is our guard over the area that what purpose could have driven them to such a task? I fear something is afoot. What about a hand? What's that? A dubious couple sporting peculiar spectacles? Ha ha ha. Dude, I'm serious. So you have finally been acquainted with Yada and Papalimo. Papa. Yada and Papa. Lay your suspicions to rest. Gardenia's Gardenia counts them among her staunchest allies. Both the scholar hailing from the distant land and both are scholars hailing from a distant land and have been with us since before the calamity. Their garb may appear outlandish and their exchanges baffling, but never have they given us cause to doubt them. Indeed, they often assist the gods Quiver and the wood whalers in their work, much as I hope you will one day, in the days to come, Ma. Although our unknown visitor eludes us still, owing to your efforts, we have acquired important intelligence of the Ixali threat. You have my gratitude. We are fortunate indeed to have a capable adventurer such as you aiding us. I pray you will continue to serve the people of Gridania in whatever capacity you are able. Heck yeah. I don't think that's enough to level me up. No, definitely not. I need a lot more. I don't wanna. Alright, everybody. That's it for me today. I didn't get nearly as much done as I thought I was going to, but we're moving along on our main scenario quest. So I hope that you come back next time and help me get, or just watch me, I don't know, watch my videos, I guess. Like and subscribe if you like my chaos, or if you want to see more Bellamy, because he's allowed to be on camera, so he just kind of hangs out here whenever I'm out here. So, yeah. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.